Whenever you are asked if you can do a job, tell them, "Certainly I can." Then get busy and find out how to do it. There were all kinds of things I was afraid of at first, ranging from grizzly bears to mean horses and gunfighters, but by acting as if I was not afraid I gradually ceased to be afraid. The best executive is the one who has sense enough to pick good men to do what he wants done, and self-restraint to keep from meddling with them while they do it. The most successful politician is he who says what the people are thinking most often in the loudest voice. The reason fat men are good-natured is they can neither fight nor run. Comparison is the thief of joy. The joy in life is his who has the heart to demand it. I think there is only one quality worse than hardness of heart, and that is softness of head. It is by no means necessary that a great nation should always stand at the heroic level. But no nation has the root of greatness in it unless in time of need it can rise to the heroic mood. If given the choice between righteousness and peace, I choose righteousness. Far better it is to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by failure, than to take rank with those poor spirits who neither enjoy much nor suffer much, because they live in the gray twilight that knows neither victory nor defeat. We do not admire the man of timid peace. We admire the man who embodies victorious effort, the man who never wrongs his neighbor, who is prompt to help a friend, but who has those virile qualities necessary to win in the stern strife of actual life. Nothing worth gaining is ever gained without effort. There has never yet been a man in our history who led a life of ease whose name is worth remembering. Speak softly and carry a big stick, you will go far. It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed. I care not what others think of what I do, but I care very much about what I think of what I do. That is character. When you play, play hard; when you work, don't play at all. The boy who is going to make a great man must not make up his mind merely to overcome 1,000 obstacles, but to win in spite of 1,000 repulses and defeats. Don't hit at all if it is honorably possible to avoid hitting, but never hit soft. Obedience of the law is demanded, not asked as a favor. Far and away the best prize that life has to offer is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. It behooves every man to remember that the work of the critic is of altogether secondary importance, and that, in the end, progress is accomplished by the man who does things. A vote is like a rifle, its usefulness depends upon the character of the user. It is better for the government to help a poor man to make a living for his family than to help a rich man make more profit for his company. Americans learn only from catastrophe and not from experience. A man must think well before he marries. He must be a tender and considerate husband and realize that there is no other human being to whom he owes so much of love and regard and consideration as he does to the woman who with pain bears and with labor rears the children that are his. Any man who has met with success, if he will be frank with himself, must admit that there has been a big element of fortune in the success. It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed. The only man who never makes mistakes is the man who never does anything. To announce that there must be no criticism of the president, or that we are to stand by the president, right or wrong, is not only unpatriotic and servile, but is morally treasonable to the American public. Knowing what's right doesn't mean much unless you do what's right. I am an American, free-born and free-bred, where I acknowledge no man as my superior, except for his own worth, or as my inferior, except for his own demerit. No one cares how much you know, until they know how much you care. Never throughout history has a man who lived a life of ease left a name worth remembering. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Complaining about a problem without posing a solution is called whining. Justice consists not in being neutral between right and wrong, but finding out the right and upholding it, wherever found, against the wrong. I have only a second-rate brain, but I think I have a capacity for action.